Money paid for an employee's services. Salary. Period covered by a salary payment. Pay period. Total amount earned by all employees for a pay period. Payroll. Total pay due for a pay period before deductions. Total earnings. Taxes based on the payroll of a business. Payroll taxes. Deduction from total earnings for each person legally supported by a taxpayer, including the employee. Withholding allowance. A federal tax paid for an old age, survivors, or disability insurance. Social Security tax. Federal tax paid for hospital insurance. Medicare tax. Maximum amount of earnings on which a tax is calculated. Tax base. Business form used to record payroll information. Payroll register. Total earnings paid to an employee after payroll, taxes, and other deductions. Net pay. Business form used to record details affecting payments made to an employee. Employee earnings record. Next. How many hours were worked for an employee who arrived at 8:10 and departed at 12:10? 4 hours. Wow, are you kidding me? How many hours were worked by an employee who arrived at 7:05 and departed at 6:05 p.m. with an hour and a half off lunch? With an hour off lunch. 10 hours. Employee regular earnings as calculated as regular hours times regular rate. Social Security tax is calculated on employee earnings up to a maximum paid in a calendar year. A separate payroll checking account is used primarily to provide additional protection and control payments. A business may decide to pay an employee salaries every week, every 2 weeks, twice a month, or once a month. True. Payroll time cards can be used as the basic source of information to prepare a payroll. True. Total earnings are sometimes referred to as net pay or net earnings. False. Employee total earnings are calculated as regular hours times regular rate plus overtime hours times overtime rate. True. Payroll taxes represent a liability for an employer until payment is made to them, to the government. True. Employers in many states are required to withhold state, city, or county income tax from employee earnings. True. Employers are required to have a current Form W-4 employees withholding allowance certified for all employees. True. The amount of income tax withheld from each employee's total earnings is determined by this number of withholding allowances by the employee's marital status. True. A single person will have less income tax withheld than a married employee. False. The larger the number of withholding allowances claimed, the larger amount of income tax to withheld. False. An employee can be exempt from having federal income tax withheld under certain conditions. True. Social Security tax is paid by the employer only. False. An act of Congress can change the Social Security tax base and the tax rate at any time. True. When an employee's earnings exceed a tax base, no more Social Security tax is deducted. True. All deductions from an employee wages are recorded in the payroll register. True. The columns of the employee earnings record consist of the amount of columns in the payroll register and the accumulated earnings in column. True. The new earnings record is prepared for each employee each year. False. A check for the total net pay is written and deposited in the payroll checking account. True. When the EFT is used, the employee does not receive certain individual check. True.
Fuck.